Buenas gente, ¿cómo están? Estamos en un nuevo capitulito de Genshin Impact. ¿Qué pasó en el capítulo anterior? Justamente este personaje le acaba de salvar el culo a todo Fontaine. Purina estaba media rara con Arlequino. No sé, estaba medio raro el asunto. Pero bueno, terminamos el acto 4. Continuamos con el acto 5. Supongo que acá es donde se desenvuelve todo. O peor, se empieza a enredar aún más. Y no sabemos qué corno va a pasar. ¿Cómo se llama? Mascarada de los culpables. Una inundación furibunda. Furibunda, ok. Por fin llegó el último día de su condena. Es hora de hacer el papeleo para salir de Fuente Merópide. Bueno, vamos a ver qué sale. Protogemas no hay, así que significa que no me van a dar nada. Vamos acá. Tuki. Y nos vamos a tepear ahí. Da igual. Ahora vemos qué hacemos. Pero bueno, estoy entusiasmado. Necesito saber cómo termina esto. No sé si sacaron más historia. Me parece que todavía no. Que directamente viene con la siguiente actualización. No tengo la más pálida idea. No tengo la idea de nada. Pero bueno, acá estamos. Tenemos que ir para arribita. ¿Qué tan arriba tenemos que ir? Vamos por acá. Pues tenemos el ascensor acá nomás. Son 2 segunditos. Acá tenemos, y seguramente tenemos que ir con Griotsly, no sé, ya me confundo. Tampoco los practico, así que no me justifico. Bien. Ah, no, acá vamos al área de descanso. Acá. Creo que ahí dice, vuelve al área de descanso. Cosa que pasa. Uno es boludo por deporte, no porque lo es. Pero agarramos eso. No metemos. Qué hermoso personaje Nobileto. Todavía no terminé la misión de eso. A ver, ¿ves? Ya ha pasado tiempo desde el incidente en el frente de Merópide y su estancia aquí está llegando a su fin.
Now for a little rest after breakfast. Wait a
Bueno,
sec. Isn't something important supposed to happen? Oh, today's our big day! We're supposed to leave the fortress of...
por fin, decime que no tengo que hacer nunca más una misión acá adentro. Me va a poner muy feliz. Ok. Así empezamos. ¿Qué me pide? Habla con la recepcionista. La recepcionista está abajo, ¿no? A ver. Sí. Oh, vale, ¿cómo se llama? Tiene que estar acá al lado. Bien. Menos lío.
Please sign here. This document will be effective immediately upon signing, and you...
It's been
Por
so
la vía
long
legal.
since we've been to the surface. Let's hurry up and...
Opa. ¿Y esto?
What's happening?
Esa
I'm
pausa,
fine,
¿qué onda?
thanks.
Tanto silencio.
But
Let's go ask the Duke.
A ver. ¿El duque? El comienzo de una nueva vida. Podría cargar más rápido si quiere igual. No me molesta. Gracias. Oye, ay, cómo cuesta doblar.
Your Grace?
Ah, good to see you two. Is there something you wish to see me about?
Yeah, what was with that earthquake just now?
Ah, that. The tremor didn't originate from the seafloor. Over the years
Bueno.
of serving as the warden here, I've developed a sense for distinguishing between what occurs on the surface and what occurs underwater. Besides, the seal that
So the fortress is okay?
If you recall our last incident, if there really were a problem, there would be crowds of inmates in a panic right now.
Tiene sentido.
Huh, you've got a point. Okay, seems we need to get back up to the surface. By the way...
I believe today is this...
Wait, seriously?
¿Quién quiere que le limpien la tubería? No, pará.
Ah, yes.
Yep. It's you two. Are you leaving now?
Sichuin.
That's right! Today is our last day in prison! But now that Paimon says that, it doesn't feel like we were... Oh yeah, Paimon feels fond of this place now. Then be sure to come back and visit. I'll miss you.
No quiero volver nunca más, gracias. Si vuelvo
If
para
you've
ver a
signed the release
facha
papers,
esto.
then you're free to go. The guards will escort you out.
You're not going to see us off?
I knew you'd ask. All right.
Wow, you actually agreed. No worries, you must be busy. Paimon was just...
Ah, so you do have a polite side, I see.
After being down here for so long, I imagine you must feel like you're... Yeah, don't worry, we'll come back to see you.
I hope you won't be here as convicts the next time I see you.
We'll do our best to stay out
Esperemos
of
que sí.
trouble. Well,
Que
it
sí
seems
sea.
our work in the Fortress of Mirapede is finished. That's the end of another... We should probably go report to him now. Next up... You're going to see Monsieur Nervillette?
I'm sure just your regards will do, no?
I believe...
You're right. I've heard the Palais has been terribly busy these days. Tell him that I hope he hasn't been overwhelmed by the recent string of troubles.
Qué considerado. Pará, no quiero salir por la puerta. Quiero ir directamente. No sé, no dije nada. No dije nada. Pensé que me iba a hacer salir primero y después ir ahí. Pero bueno, genial. Ya estaba flasheando tipo dominio. Tipo caballeros de Favonio. Tiene que entrar y salir para poder ir a otro lado. Si no, no te lo marca. Fue la última vez que vine acá.
The Palais Mermonia sure is buzzing with activity today.
Halt! Huh? Oh, it's you two. Apologies. Monsieur Nervillette did say you'd be welcome at any time.
Excuse me, would you mind helping me take a look at this report?
I'll be right there. Sorry, I've got my hands full here. You can see yourselves in.
Algo urgente, ok.
Everyone's so busy. Seems a lot has been happening.
A ver qué nos dice Nubilet.
Hello.
Nubilet.
You've come at the right time, but you'll have to wait for just a moment, as there are... In the meantime, please, have a seat. If you'd like to have something to drink, let the Melusine outside.
That's all right. We just ate.
Very well, then.
Let's take a break over there while we wait for him to finish his work.
Se había quedado pensando una hora.
All right. That should wrap things up for
Bien, ya
now.
terminé de pensar.
Are you done with your work?
Yes, sorry to keep you waiting. Today should be the day you were released from the Fortress of Mirapede. And it appears...
That's right. And we came here to see you right away.
Le cuentan a Nubilet todo lo ocurrido desde el incidente. Messi.
A massive whale.
Do you have
Ah,
any
es
idea what
verdad.
that might
Habíamos
be?
visto a Tartaglia flotando y que le pasaba la ballena por encima.
Judging from your description, that cannot have occurred in any ordinary waters, but rather something like the primordial sea. A whale of that size and shape cannot usually be found in the waters of Tevat. Therefore, we can only assume that Child is presently...
Immersed in primordial seawater? But how? And is he okay?
Ok.
Most people wouldn't be capable of entering in the first place. I'm not completely sure how he could have gotten there myself. Yes? What is it?
Ah, right. We asked the Duke and he said it wasn't from underwater, so we figured you might know something about it.
It turns out that I have just received a report about this particular matter. The source of the tremor was here on the surface near Poisson. After the shaking stopped, the water levels in the Poisson area rose.
The water levels rose?
Fortunately, the water levels only rose for a short period of time, and have already returned to normal now. If the change in water levels is connected with the leaking primordial seawater, then the situation in Poisson may be much worse than it
Poisson.
appears.
Navia should be in Poisson, right?
Poisson.
We
Me
need to
encanta
go
como lo
check
dicen.
on her.
I would also like to go there as soon as possible, but I'm afraid I can't leave just yet. We must immediately formulate disaster prevention plans for the surrounding coast. I'll have to ask you two to go to Poisson first. I'll meet you there to check on the situation once I finish things here.
Como siempre, dándole trabajo.
Let's get going!
Please be
No quiero
careful.
trabajar más. Tengo alergia a la pala. Solamente quiero pelear. Me hizo re flashear ver dos Nubilet. Si me siento a esperarlo. ¿Y si somos dos pensando? Encima me mira, me encanta. Me pongo acá, me mira, ¿me puedo sentar acá? Bueno, para ir a sentarme no tiene una habilidad. Ok. Vamos a pasar. La melorta. Bueno, todo esto seguramente sean muchos diálogos por ahí adentrando en la nueva trama y también cositas de más, como diciendo, por fin nos viniste a ver, no sé qué, y bla, 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 bla. Y después, sí, el temblor fue porque me tiró un pedo y reventé el inodoro, pero... A ver si tengo razón.
Oh no! What happened here?
Yo lo veo igual que antes.
Navia should be around here, right? We need to make sure she's...
¿Está Navia por acá? Oh, Navia,
We haven't
Navia.
seen a single
¡Qué
soul all
ganas!
the way here. Oh, this is getting...
What will I ever do now?
Look! There's someone on the roof over there!
Just stay put. We're coming up. Watch your balance.
Ok.
All right,
¡Miley!
just hurry.
Mira vos. Así terminó el león.
I'm not young anymore. How will I survive?
Oh, he looks pretty sad.
My leg! How could this have happened?
Just hang in there. Help is on the way. You can hold my hand if it makes you feel better.
Haciendo magia, el chavo. Venir a tocar. Sigue buscando a Navia. Vamos a luquear esto. Ok. Algún día voy a agarrar los hidrocultos. Algún día.
Oh, it's Navia! She's over there! Hey, Navia! Are you okay?
Bien cara de afligida.
You're here.
Llegaba rapidísimo, me encanta.
We heard there was a situation in Poisson, so we came as...
Yes. As you can see, the water level suddenly...
Demoiselle, there was a wounded resident next to a building southeast of here. We've already transported him to...
He's wounded? How badly?
Es muy bonita.
He fell, so it's probably a broken leg. He's pretty shaken up. When the water level rose, he desperately climbed up to the roof. Once the water receded and he saw the ground, he became...
He jumped down then. Find the leader of Squad 1 and tell him to take the wounded resident to see a doctor. He should know where to go.
Understood. I'll take over his search and rescue mission in the meantime.
All right. You'll be in charge. I'm sorry.
This...
Right. Allow me to explain. A little earlier, we suddenly heard a loud noise. At first, everyone thought that something might have exploded. The rushing water seemed a little odd, almost like the unique color of primordial seawater. Some people, everyone on the street who happened to be close to the water, didn't have a chance to escape.
No me la container.
Those who realized what was happening started to flee in a panic, desperately trying to get to higher ground. Many were injured in the stampede, and some people fell from... The Spina di Rosula initiated rescue operations as quickly as possible, but there have been a lot of casualties. Fortunately, the water that flooded the area contained primordial seawater, so the lower levels of Poisson are still hazardous. To ensure everyone's safety, I've asked the people. No one knows if this could happen again. All we can do for now is try our best to help evacuate the
How awful. And all of this just came...
It was quite frightening indeed. I only wish that everything...
Is there any way we can help, Navia?
Y si no la ayudamos y nos
for
vamos.
being so willing to help in a moment of crisis like this. You don't know how much it means to me.
Don't say that, Navia. That's what friends are
Tiene
for.
un aire Asuna, me gusta. No me digas que esos dos murieron.
Demoiselle, we've got a situation here.
Sorry, I need to go for now.
And off she goes. Seems it might be a while before she...
Okay, the wounded are being tended to, and we finished a preliminary head count. More support has just arrived. Of course, we should remain ready for anything, and continue doing our best to rescue others. Traveler, Paimon, would...
Huh? Right now?
Thank you.
Ok. ¿Será que estiraron la pata? ¿Se los tragó el agua? Qué bajón. Esperemos que no. Pero por cómo hizo la carita y no dijo nada, chao, cabuco. Seamos fuera de la copa. Para mí los va a despedir acá con el padre. Suporongo. Suporongamos. A vergas.
Not a lot of people here, huh?
Well, given the time of day and the whole situation in Poisson,
Right. That's how things are now.
Navia? Navia, what's wrong?
Sorry.
Paimon, cerra el orto.
I just... Malus and Silver. They won't... What should I...
Huh? What happened to them?
Everyone agreed on the rescue plan, but still... they were helping evacuate the residents, but they... And they were caught in the seawater.
El final es que están todos vivos.
What should...
I've known them for so long. I could at least hold a funeral for my father. And I know where he rests. But as for Malus and Silver, they're just...
Durísimo.
Everything looks so clean after it rains. Even the gravestones. I didn't expect that you'd enjoy a glass of red...
I can understand. Besides, the scenery here isn't half
Nada que
bad.
tengan lindo.
See, it's not just me. I always want to bring something when I visit Papa. Perhaps we...
How could Master ever be upset with you, Demoiselle? Yet the cemetery is the home of those who have passed, is it not?
Buying yourself a plot in advance, are you?
No need yet. But when I do, I hope you'll let me be buried beside Master Callus, Demoiselle.
Hey, stop joking around.
I'm quite serious. That way, it'll save us both the trip to see each other whenever...
That makes sense. In that case, could I be buried on...
After all, besides you, Demoiselle, the two of us could certainly...
Personally, I believe we fill those shoes.
Why are you bringing this up all of a sudden? Seriously. But I'd really prefer not to talk
Con
about this stuff.
razón le duele.
And what do you mean by saving me a trip? I'd make the journey even if I had to visit you two somewhere else. I'd promised to let them rest in peace here. But I'm sorry
Duro como
for
sándwich de
letting you see
tortuga.
me in a mess like this. I don't...
Paimon doesn't know how to help you feel better. But, well,
I'd always thought I could make my wishes come true. But now that I think about it, that never solely Malus and Silver have helped me so much. I'm so sorry.
you can spend as much time as you need here, Navia. We'll stay with you.
Thank you. Right now, by the way, you can have a look at this.
No,
It's
para,
a
re
list of
morboso
victims.
eso.
Obena, Khan, Burnett. So, everyone else is safe.
It's okay. I know what you're thinking. And you're right. The overall outcome indicates that the cost was worth it.
Right. Don't think that way, Navia. One person might be saved at the expense of another, sure, but Malus and Silver were not the price for saving anyone.
You're right. Thank you,
Qué
Paimon.
linda postal.
What you said just now was pretty amazing, actually.
Oh,
Seems you've become more eloquent in the time since we last met.
Epa,
the
Arlecchino.
knave? What are you doing?
Is everything going well on your side?
Yes, my people are carrying out the mission according to your request. All the residents of Poisson have been evacuated, and we're preparing to relocate them to higher ground. As for these supplies, we have everything taken care of. There is...
Thank you very much.
Wait, do you two know each?
We just met recently. Right.
Usually, I would call this a coincidental encounter, but that doesn't quite fit this time. Thanks to the Knave, Spina di Rosula received generous support from the Fatui, which allowed us to complete the rescue and evacuation works.
Mutual aid is essential to fostering positive developments. We were already in the area, in any case, so it was nothing.
Qué bonita que es.
That said, I must say that you're a lot sharper than you let on. I'm sure you understand what I mean.
I apologize for all the ways in which I tested you previously. We've never worked with a Fatui before, and it's extremely... My subordinates have reported that Fatui soldiers have been observing water levels and taking head counts in various locations. I hear that they've also prepared a large amount of emergency supplies.
This is nothing to brag about, nor do I intend to. It is simply the way of powerful organizations to act forcefully, whether they are doing good or ill. As I've told this traveler before, I know of the prophecy, and I intend to prevent the impending disaster. Lending your organization a hand was a natural first step in accomplishing that. As such, do not be troubled by this token of our sincerity.
Without your help, there would have been many more casualties. I
Habría
won't
habido.
forget your kindness.
¿Está bien dicho? ¿Habría habido? No sé, como no soy profesor de literatura... Te lo agradezco y recordaré este acto de bondad. Listo, chao.
Furthermore, I sincerely regret what happened to Malus and Silver.
Don't say that. You and your subordinates did, as Paimon said, Malus and Silver didn't choose to sacrifice them. I've never liked hearing people put it that way. It's like trying to relieve pain by saying some noble sound.
You're right. I'm sorry for your loss, Miss Navia. Water is life to Fontaine's people, and it also spells disaster. It's no wonder that people always say that prophecies represent fate. Fortunately, I've never been one for such opinions.
So, you're one who will try to change fate then?
Of course. That is why I'm going to Hotel Bouffe de Thé. I still have some things
Bouffe
to
de
take
thé.
care of,
Okay.
and the children need my attention. By the way, traveler, Paimon, one more thing.
Ahí nos tira la picante.
Alright, then we'll just...
That is a clever and useful conversation technique, which I do like to use when necessary. But there's no need today. It would not hurt. Traveler, I'm sure you remember that I said we could work. You and I both know that there may be issues with the primordial sea. Previously, it was the fortress of Maripede's sluice gate, and this time it was the water levels in Poisson. Indeed. Allow me to share the latest intel I've received from the House of the Heart. During some recent investigations, a child claimed to have discovered some ruins near Poisson. The ruins date back to judging by the dating of the ruins, they may be related to the prophecy and the coming crisis. The situation is my people initially came to prepare for ruin exploration. Unexpectedly, this disaster.
So that's why
I wanted to take the children along, but unfortunately, Linny, Lynette, and Fremine have all been dispatched to higher... Linny told me that outside of the house, the person they trust most, which is why I want to give you this task. The House of the Hearth's members see each other as family, but Linny, Lynette, and Fremine said that they also see you as such. I'm sure you already understand how earnest they consider their friendship with you to be.
Oh, that somehow makes Paimon...
The intel I just shared about the ruins could fetch a high price. But since the children consider you family, it's only natural that I freely share it with you.
Got it! So all we gotta do is go to some ruins, right? We can handle that.
Excuse me, but may I tag along?
No, Navia.
You wish to join, Miss Navia?
Quédate en tu casa.
But are you sure you're up to exploring some ruins?
Well, I'm sad, yes. But I can't just go back and plop myself into a chair by the... There's no point in being depressed while we still have a disaster on our hands. As my father's successor, besides, I'm also doing this for myself.
Since you put it that way, I have no objections. What do you say, All right. The ruins are to the south of Poisson. Here's the map.
Okay, the three of us will handle it. Come on, let's pack up.
Perfecto. Ya estamos cerca de la zona nueva. Me gusta. Vamos a quedarnos acá. Y ahora le metemos power. Digamos esto. Estos son tres, ¿no? Agarramos de acá. Agarramos de acá. Ok, estamos aprovechando. Ya no hay nada con que pelear, ¿no? Ah, mira, se ve Sumero desde acá. Y claro, si Sumero está al lado. ¿Será tipo un dominio esto? Me reinteresa, ¿eh? No me vayan a pelear, por favor. Estoy cansado de leer. Quiero jugar a algo. No quiero jugar a la lectura. Por favor, decime que sea como un dominio. Por favor. Si me decís que es solamente esto que estoy viendo acá. Estamos bien.
So, are these the ruins the knave was talking about?
They seem to be...
Let's go in and...
Just be careful.
Sí, por favor, déjame entrar. Gracias. Espectáculo. Sí, vamos con este que... La mierda todo. Hay sorpresita al final del video. Me parece que vamos a gastarnos unas protos. Vamos a ver. Lo voy a pensar. No hay ningún cofre, ni nada. Tengo aquí cazuelas. ¿Me deja trepar? No. No, porque es un dominio. Los dominios pero no te dejan trepar como tal. ¿Hay algo? No.
Time to go.
Los gilichurros. Peguen, Nubilito, peguen.
My guiding star.
Shine down.
Me gustan mucho esos gilichus, son más grandes. Esto parece una puerta. Pero dale, si toqué para volar. Uy, eso no quiero.
The night is cold.
There is no escape.
Quedarme nomás. Ya terminó.
One with nature.
Abre un cofre. Tuki, 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 tuki. ¿Qué corno habrá acá?
This place has also been contaminated by primordial seawater.
Yeah,
Ah, mira.
and a lot of it, too. A Fontainian would most likely dissolve the moment they fell in.
Right. You can't go down if there's primordial seawater. It's too dangerous and it won't be any help for you. Don't get Paimon wrong. We're not saying you're useless.
La cara.
It's just
La cara de la Travel fue muy buena.
No, you're right. I can't do anything in this situation. I'll leave this to you. That complicates things.
In that case, do you want to...
The water levels here are unstable, and there's a chance the water will rise. So I'll go together with you. Perhaps we'll find the exit just up ahead.
All right. Come with us for now then, but please...
Pero, ¿cómo va a ser? Yo pensé que me tenía que meter acá adentro.
Oh no, it's a dead end! Let's try climbing over from the side.
Yo pensé que me iba a tener que tirar al agua. Nada, parece como el espacio. Como si fuesen todas estrellitas. Ahí, no, me caí. Soy un boludo. No te puedes ni tropezar en este juego. Ah.
One with nature.
Dale. Justo ahí me voy a tosquear, dale. Hijo de puta. Creía que había que tosquearse ahí. ¿Te dar toda la vuelta o...? No, no hay nada. Vamos con el billet que es más alto. Voy a correr más rápido. Si me caí. Eso es una puerta. A mí no me jodas. ¿O no? Uy, qué hermoso. Siempre hay algo subterráneo brilloso, siempre. Ve cómo me alejaron la cámara. No, 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 no. ¿Cinemática? Sí. Ahora cae Navia y se muere. ¿Cómo Navia corre más lento que la Traveler, que es más petiza? O sea, no tiene nada que ver, pero... bastante lenteja. Dame la container. No me la container. Obviamente no va a morir. Obviamente. ¿Y esto?
Demoiselle?
Huh?
Demoiselle, what are you doing here by yourself? Would you be standing here till dawn?
Maybe she just wants some time to herself.
Oh.
Yes, it would.
That's quite possible. However, you...
Oh, right. It must have slipped my mind when I dozed off. This is a familiar feeling, yet...
Is something the matter, Demoiselle?
Oh, no. No, I'm fine. I was just trying to recall why we came out for a walk.
Do you remember Mr. Giverny? He'd requested our help before with foreign merchants who had...
We were headed to see how things were going with him at the moment.
Ah, right. Yes, I remember now.
Oh, Miss Navia. Mr. Malus. And Mr. Silver, too.
How have you been?
I've been great. Thanks to your help, those bothersome merchants finally realized that I wasn't the one they were looking for. Why, I wasn't even the guarantor for that person. They were knocking at my door day and night. Even my neighbor, Obina, was getting fed up with them.
Sometimes force is required to...
That's right. Oh, by the way, Burnett.
Oh, yes. Miss Navia, these are some flower seeds that I prepared. Please take them. They're a very good variety, and they'll become very big and beautiful once they bloom. I don't know what we would have done without your help, so this is a little token of our...
Did you cultivate them yourself? Thank you so much.
Why, we can have as many pots as you'd
Oye,
like,
estén todos
Demoiselle.
muertos los que están acá, ¿no?
Perfect. In that case, we'll swap out some of the decorative plants for...
Very well.
Ahora es cuando aparece el padre.
Right. Excuse me, madam. If I'm not
That's right.
No, it's nothing. This is the first time we've ever met, but your name seemed... I've heard this name before. Sometime recently, And why are there so few people around here?
We must mind the time, Demoiselle. We still have important things to attend to today.
Huh? We do?
Well, now, did you...
Miss Navia, here you are. I've been looking for you. Please, come to the Opera House. Your trial is about...
My trial? Oh.
Yes, she's right, Demoiselle. It's just about time now, so...
Oh?
Rari el asunto. A ver cómo lo resuelven a esto. ¿Cómo me dan pie para entenderlo?
Look, it's Navia. She's here.
And her
Siento
two
que están
attendants
como
are
bajo
with
el
her.
agua. Mirá cómo está todo distorsionado.
Goodness, everyone's finally here.
There sure are a lot of people here to see the trial. And they all seem to... Karina, Desiree,
Ah, todos los que murieron.
Joyville,
Es verdad.
Jolien,
Por eso la lista.
Essen. And as for the judge... Huh?
Please sit in the defendant's seat. Don't worry, Silver and I shall come.
All right. But are you sure you can stand behind me?
Typically, it wouldn't be allowed, but...
Hey, what kind of place do they think this is?
Come on. Do they have any idea what they're doing?
Enough with the whispering!
My dear Miss Navia, have you not yet realized what you've done? As all here know, you are Master Callus's successor, the head of the... After you took over the Spina, you treated all of us just like the late Master Callus. Not only you, but your butler, your subordinates, nearly everyone in the...
Wait a moment.
Yes, correct. Absolutely right. And that is why you stand accused. We are one big family, all of us who are from Poisson, inextricably linked. And therefore, this fair and honorable court shall declare you guilty, and you shall stay here.
Huh? Everything you have said is correct. I have indeed done a lot for my hometown.
Ah, well, if that's what you think, then I have no...
How wonderful!
I know all these people. Why are they laughing?
I seem to remember now.
Wait just a moment. This isn't right!
Malus?
What was that, Mr. Malus? Our conclusion is very clear and unanimous. Let the court judge her now. She's...
Stay here, Navia! You're one of us!
Demoiselle, don't admit guilt. This trial means to keep you here forever.
I wish to exercise my right to defend Our Lady. Mr. Joinville, you only know of Navia's goodness, but nothing of her utterly independent mind.
She was born a free and independent spirit. She has never been tied down by anything. Indeed, even the death of...
Her actions cannot serve as proof that she identifies herself as part of any group. She merely acted as an individual. Please do not mistake her actions as being otherwise.
Really? As an individual, you say? Don't forget, we are all Fontainians here. This is the nation of... Even if Miss Navia only voluntarily rendered her assistance, that doesn't change the fact that her beautiful soul must return to everyone. Everything is measured here in the nation of Hydro. And in the end, everyone shall meld together. Thus, when a unanimous opinion emerges, now I speak for everyone. Our opinion is consistent. Navia should stay. We...
And you would call this justice? Preposterous. You are merely jealous that Demoiselle still... Have you forgotten how much you all once longed to become...
Do you mean to defy our justice?
Your justice is flawed, then why should we acknowledge it?
As you said, we can also have our own justice. Silver and I shall... And that is how...
My head...
Demoiselle.
Silver, it hurts. My head... I remember now. Everything that seemed odd from the Karina, Desiree, Joyville, Jolien, Essen, and Mr. Giverny and Mrs. Burnett, who we met earlier. Even Malus and Silver. I don't want to admit it, but they're all dead.
Don't be afraid, and don't admit guilt. We will protect you to the...
Absurd! Who are you to say that she cannot be judged? We are the majority, and in the nation of trials, the majority is... Don't let them escape! We shall keep Navia here with us!
Mr. Malus and Mr. Silver, must you be so stubborn? How could the two of you possibly hope to stand against the collective? Do not resist. This judgment is fair and just. Navia belongs to us. After all that happened, she should not be left alone in Poisson.
What are you saying?
No more excuses.
She says
Se
we're
convirtieron todos
jealous.
en Oceania.
Jealous?
Me encanta.
How could she possibly be an independent individual?
Pudieron haber puesto los movimientos un poquito... No tan repetido, ¿no? Están en bucle todos.
What's with these people? Who's jealous of her?
She belongs to us.
Miss Navia.
Silence.
That's...
Así que entró Nubileto. A ver, ¿qué onda?
Monsieur Neuvillette.
Such commotion is prohibited in the court. The accusations you just presented are nonsense and cannot constitute a proper trial. The court will adjourn for the rest of the day. In this, I shall hear no objections from any unauthorized party.
Our thanks, Monsieur.
Please leave with me, Miss Navia, while there is still time.
But...
Go on now, Demoiselle. This is your only chance to leave this place.
Malus.
My apologies. I couldn't resist making one little joke once I realized that
Viejo
this
hijo de
shall
puta.
be our last...
Malus. Silver.
Quickly, you must come now.
Goodbye, Demoiselle.
Farewell.
Potente. Potente el asunto.
No, wait! Just a second!
Navia?
You're awake. Good.
Okay.
I must have been dreaming. Malus and Silver were still alive.
It looks like you're all right.
Did all the sad feelings cause you to have a nightmare? Paimon...
The ruins you were exploring suffered a cave-in. When I arrived, I found you falling. You were just about to be dissolved within, but I think I saw 2 Oceanids protecting you. It was only for a moment, perhaps even a fraction of a second. But they gave... Were it not for their intervention, I would not have been able to rescue you before your consciousness dissipated.
Wait, did you say Oceanids? You mean like what happened...
Perhaps those 2 Oceanids were the people you saw.
I always told them that they didn't have to protect me.
Please come with me.
No, Paimon, quédate ahí. No, Paimon.
Neuvillette, are you okay?
Oh, I am quite all right.
Why do you Paimon knows. You're the type who feels awkward when there's nothing to tell.
I merely thought that we should give Navia some...
Huh? Why didn't you just say so then? Don't you think it's even...
I suppose so. Ah, Sigewinne. I hope all is well with her these days. Her work in the fortress of Meropide has...
No way! Don't worry. She's doing fine down there. She's an amazing head nurse.
I see. Well, that is good. I have always worried that Sigewinne would need a lot of...
Oh, and the Duke also says hi. Even though Sigewinne made him do that. He hopes that you haven't been overwhelmed by all that's happened lately.
Thank you. I have indeed been busy lately. And I also hope that everything is going...
He still doesn't know what to talk about. So, Neverlet,
¿Qué dice?
Yet?
This isn't going anywhere. Let's try something...
Yes, in fact. I had arranged to meet you in Poisson, but when I arrived, I discovered that the Fatui were... Amid my astonishment, I ran into the knave, and we had a chat. She informed me that she had asked you to investigate the ancient ruin.
Yeah, we originally planned to meet up with you, but we thought you might still be busy with all those official documents. We didn't think exploring the ruins would take very...
Bueno, vamos a terminar de
I'm
explorar
sorry to
las
have kept you all
ruinas
waiting like that. I'm feeling much better now.
y cortamos por lo sano.
I guess we should get going again. Will you come with us, Monsieur Neuvillette?
Yes, if you wouldn't mind my company.
Oh, another one goes to the party!
¿Cómo hablar de Neuvillette?
Settle down!
Ay, de re. Ahí está. No hay ni un cofre, no hay nada. Seguimos. ¿Dónde estaba el quesito ese que brillaba, no? Sí. No entendía nada. Me alejan la cámara otra vez.
Another unstable path. Watch your step.
No entendí por qué. Bueno, me quedé sin power. Se caía NAVIA de vuelta, ¿no? Spoiler. No, pero pará, ¿por qué? Menos mal que tengo la cazuela, la verdad. No, 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 no. Dios, ¿cómo le costó? Ah, no se rompió. Se rompió. Otro Hilichur. Otros Hilichurs.
Watch out! There are rocks falling over here!
Caigan todas las cosas que quieran. Ah, como que se llenó de... Se fue muy raro eso. Torna ahora ya. Vamos a hacerlo más fácil. Sacamos el riñón de acá y chao. Listo. ¿Qué mierda habrá acá arriba, no? Uy, no me deja subir más la cámara. Vamos con Layla.
Yeah.
Stars, shine for me.
Illusion shattered! Into the wind. One with wind and cloud!
Settle down! Be sanctified.
Bien, curamos. No entiendo qué es esto. ¿Para qué servirá? Está bastante brillosito. Ah, y acá nos manda para el otro lado. Ok. Siento que es muy... cima. Cosa ese. Que es como una especie de fuerte. Ah, ya hay otro. ¿Los mandarás para aquel lado también? Hay que pelear. No hay que pelear. Pero para el colmo, al ser un dominio, no puedo salir.
This is the place. There should not be any other hidden...
The path sure had some twists and turns, but it turns out that this place isn't actually that big.
Stone slates? It seems like they were put here...
Perhaps we should just leave them be for now.
There are 4 locations in total, but only 3 stone slates. The slate that should be in the first...
The surrounding walls also show signs of damage.
There's something written below. Let Paimon see. Reason dictates that this...
It feels like someone left these slates and these words here for a purpose.
That would fit the circumstances dictated by the prophecy, yes. Indeed, the slate's contents correspond to it.
There's a person kneeling here. She seems so dedicated. And there's a whole bunch of other people behind her doing the same. She's facing this...
Celestia.
And is that Lady Farina in the 3rd image? Did the Hydro Archon fall into the water?
And is that a ring of people around her?
The 4th image. I know this one. This exactly matches the content of the prophecy.
The people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping.
Okay.
More information should be hidden in these slates, but I fear I cannot easily uncover it. Most likely due to us...
Don't blame yourself, Monsieur Nervalette. Deciphering ancient stone slates...
Ooh, Paimon's getting the chills just looking at these. This says that it's the history of the future, right? That means the...
I really hope it doesn't mean that.
Still, Paimon feels like these images are kind of...
That's right! If the images are in chronological order, shouldn't the 4th, the waters drowning Fontaine, come before the 3rd, where the Hydro Archon herself falls into the water?
And yet the order is reversed here.
If we go by timing, Lady Farina only emerges in the 3rd image. That means that the person in the 2nd image might be the previous Hydro Archon.
Egeria, then. I had never met her, but her appearance here does match the records. The previous Archon kneeling before the floating island in the skies, as if confessing a sin.
Did she herself commit that sin? Also, I'm still wondering why these ancient stone slates are here at all. Judging from their contents, could this place be the origin of the prophet?
But who would have created these slates and left these words here?
It seems that any further clues will have to come from Farina.
In that case, there's no time
Juliet
to
no
lose.
sabe nada, es el
There's
dragón y
nothing else to
tendría
be
que
gained
saber
here,
todo.
so let's head back first.
Yeah, we better get somewhere safe for now.
Bueno, por lo menos ya terminamos esto. Así que ya nos podemos ir. Frutos, gracias. Salimos nomás.
Let's split up here. I'm going to check on what's happening with the Spina. You know how it is.
You still have energy for that, Navia? Fine?
Just head back to the Fleuve Cendre and have a rest then.
I'll depart as well. Thanks for your hard work today. Traveler, I will go talk to Farina tomorrow morning to ask. I'm sure that you're concerned about this matter as well. If you have time, drop by my office. I will share the results of our discussion with you.
Me encanta la confianza de Nubiletti que nos tire toda la
Are you
data.
really
Y
gonna talk to
paso.
her about this directly? Will that be a problem?
She has long been harboring secrets and will not give them up easily, which makes it all the more my duty to ensure that she understands the present.
Alright, we'll leave it in your hands then. You're probably the best person.
I will be carefully considering my words.
Traveler, Paimon, our safe house at the Fleuve Cendre is always open to you, as ever. So please don't think you're an imposition. All right.
Genial. Llegó... para. Para. Todavía no termina esto, parece. Esperemos que sí. Si ya se fueron, ya nos quedamos solitos. Y abrimos el gachapón. Y para mí tiramos unos deseitos ahí. Si carga, ¿no? Estaría buenísimo. Pareciera que me dieron más protos. No, dale, déjame tirar las protos.
Welcome back. We've got a special menu prepared.
Genial.
And there's good food too! Navia! Hyman's already starting to forget what happened today.
Qué mona.
That voice. Is that who I think?
Huh?
Dios. Quiero terminar.
It's you two. What are you doing in Fontaine?
¿Qué haces vos en Fontaine, no?
Seriously, nobody just uses a scry glass whenever they've got time to just see who they'll meet on the road.
Still, we didn't expect to see you here. Wait, you're
Well, I have some business to attend to here, so I booked a hotel in the city. I was just out for a stroll when I bumped. Why did you think I was from Fontaine,
re bonita,
though?
Mona.
Is that because Magistus doesn't sound much like a Mondstadt surname?
yeah.
Well, I used to have my own surname, which was, well, some other thing. Either way, the old hag told me when she took me as her disciple that the first step to being a guru... There was nothing for it, really. She really is amazing at astrology, so I changed my name to what it is now according to her wishes. To my surprise, however, Magistus is not the name. Nope. Although it is used by us in place of surnames, it generally just means great.
Wow!
Okay.
Imagine including a boast in your name. Wait, are you gonna have to put that into your...
I reckon so. In any case, I'd give my disciple a name like this as well, if Astromancer Barbeloth Trismegistus.
Okay.
Whoa, that's a long one.
My name means Mona the Great Astrologist. As for the old hag, hers is, in plain speech,
Triplemente
the thrice
grandiosa,
as great
okay.
Scholar of the Stars.
Thrice as great? That's so...
I know, right? That's just how she is. She used to call herself Magistus, actually, but...
Talk about excessive.
Magistus is thus the calling
No me
card of our
importa
school, so to
esto.
speak, which makes it about the same as a surname. It's all right if you don't get it. You can look into it further should you need to study astrology more deeply.
That sounds terrible. But anyway, you're not Fontainian, are you, Mona? You're from...
Well, I was born in Mondstadt, yes. My parents migrated to Dornman Port, and I traveled with the old hag for a while, after which I set...
Oh, that's a good thing then. At least we know you...
Speaking of that, I'm sure you're aware that a bunch of things have happened here in Fontaine, right? There's something ominous about it. Well, the water, I mean. That was the main reason, yes. Just a while back, the Steambird invited me to take part in a panel and speak about the circulation of the prophecy as an astrologist. The invitation was sent quite early on. I don't think anyone expected Fontaine to be in this much trouble.
What do you make of that prophecy, Mona? Just tell us what you think as an astrologist.
What I can tell you is that I'm an astrologist, and that this prophecy concerns the fate of Fontaine, even that of all Tevat. I'm afraid
Durísimo.
that this is not something that just anyone can do. If I could do it, you would no longer... But on the flip side, the prophecy is so huge and powerful that it must surely come from a powerful visionary. Its contents involve the fate of the world.
A visionary? Sounds really powerful and all, but does such a person really?
Of course. The old hag could do it. And I'd bet there are others amongst those Hexenzirkel colleagues of hers who could do something similar. All right, I'll help you.
Thanks, Mona.
Oh, well, this is something only I can do after all.
That's the greatest of astrologists for you. Of all the people we know, you know the star's the best.
Indeed, indeed.
Oh, sorry. I came to see what all the commotion was about. If there's anything you need...
Oh, whoops. Guess we were getting a little too carried away there. Well, I'll go tend to my own business now.
Genial.
And there she goes.
¿Puedo tirar los deseos, por favor?
And here we are with the Spina guy giving us suspicious looks. Right, but we were able to recruit Mona's help, didn't we?
Gracias. Ya está, cerrame la 4, por favor. Oh, yo. No, Paimon, quiero tirar deseos en el gachapón. Por favor, basta. Gracias. Ahora sí. Vamos a tirar deseos y ya nos despedimos. Mirá, quedan 2 horas. Más al límite imposible. Primero vamos a ir a la tienda. Vamos a comprar más deseos. Mirá, 80 deseos. Chao. ¿Y saben qué? Lo voy a tirar de a 1. Por las dudas. Ahí ya está. Sí, vamos a tirar de a 1. Salió en el primero, ¿no? La que quisiera. Tiramos 1. Epa, en el segundo ya nos toca un violetita. Buena flauta. Tercer deseo. Tengo fe, ¿eh? Cuarto deseo. Voy a llegar a 5. Y después lo voy a adelantar. Hasta que llegue que tenga que llegar. ¡Upa! 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 ¡Ay, yo tengo un culo para 2 tangas! No puede ser que tenga tanto jete. El arma que quería, guacho. Ya está, ya está, ya está, ya está. Ya está, ya está. No necesito más nada. Me gasté 45 deseos. Un tramitoide. Vamos a hacer lo siguiente. Vamos a cambiar de equipo 2 segundos. Vamos a poner a AYAKA. Le vamos a poner el arma. No te la puedo creer. ¡Qué ojete que tengo! No puedo tener tanto culo. No puedo tener tanto culo. ¿Cómo le cuesta esto? Dale, ahí estamos. No te la puedo creer. Cambiar. Vamos a cambiar el arma. Es mi primer arma de 5 estrellas de espada. ¡Oh! Y no te la puedo creer. No te la puedo creer. Mira lo que es eso. No, no lo puedo creer. Bueno, la vamos a estar subiendo en stream más que probable. Mira vos, qué ojete. Si sabes qué, qué recaliente. Y mientras estamos, acá me voy a gastar los 30 deseos que me quedan para ver si me sale una AYAKA. Ya está. Ya estamos acá. Bien, no importa nada. Venga el líquido. Ni me va a salir, pero bueno. Lo tiro de festejo nomás. Ya está. Qué ojete. No lo puedo creer. No lo puedo creer. Qué ojete. Bueno, quedará juntar más deseos para Arlequino. No, tremendo. Estoy muy contento. Estoy muy contento. No hay mejor forma de despedir el video. Gente, espero que les haya gustado el video. Qué buena pose. Háganmelo saber en los comentarios si les está gustando. Este video va a ser bastante largo. Pero bueno, es lo que hay. Estuvo entretenido dentro de todo. Hay muchas cosas para saber. Muchas cosas que no sabemos. Muchas cosas que no se entienden. Pero de a poquito se va encaminando el asunto. Espero que les haya gustado el video. Nos vemos en un próximo gameplay. Chau, chau.